Alright, here we go. Hello everyone, how are we doing? Hopefully it's a good day. Apologies for the slight delays, I'm still sort of getting everything prepared. Yeehaw, King Cupcake in the chat. Let's go. Alrighty. Okay. Is the music too loud, too soft? How's it going? Cucumber Train? Who the heck is that? I don't recognize that username. How do I get rid of this? There we go. Danny, what's up? Hello, my child. Okay, so far it looks like it's just 2 of y'all. Oh, we got 4 viewers now, okay. Yeah, I don't know who the other 2 are. I think one of them is my phone, but somebody's being quiet. You couldn't have typed in like Danny the Epic style? I mean, Cucumber Train's pretty unique. I don't think anyone else would have thought of that. Yeah, you're right. Man, this feels kind of good. It's been a hot minute since I've done a real official stream, and I mean, I've got all the scenes set up. I've got some royalty-free music in the background. Not sure if you guys can hear it, but you know, and I've got sort of, kind of a script going. Like I've got this stuff set up. This feels nice. Oh, well, you can't copyright strike me because it's royalty-free. Alright, fair enough. Well, actually, legally, you can't file that report. The owner of the music has to file it. That's a little DMCA fun fact. So, here's what we got going on. I've got 3 windows pulled up. You obviously know what the chat looks like. This first window here, this actually is a little Google Sheet that I made. And I pretty much manually went through the Twitter and looked at who retweeted, who liked, and I just kind of like checked off each one. So, you know, people that only retweeted, you know, it'll count their thing automatically. And then what the thing is doing is it's compiling everyone's name into this list here, and then we're going to copy that, and then we're going to paste it into here. And the way that works, pretty much easy enough. You got name 1, name 2, And then once you're done, we're gonna click on, let's see, what is it? Number of winners. Okay, so I guess it saved it, and then you just hit start. And then boom, winner's name 2. That's pretty much how this is gonna work. Let me refresh so there's no anything else. There we go. So yes, hello, howdy, how are you guys? Seriously, this is pretty awesome. I want to know how your day has been. Right now, I demand it or you're banned. Facecam. Actually, I would probably do that. However, I don't have a camera on my computer. My monitor is my art tablet, and it's not built for, you know, cameras and whatnot. So it's just a tablet, no camera. Although once I get a cleaner room probably and a better setup, then I'll do facecam. You know what? No, I'm gonna be a VTuber. There we go. I'll get a one of those live 2D models of Vidya, and I'll just go with that. Yeah, bread VTuber. And then on April Fool's Day, my model will just be a bread.png. Yeah. Well, that's good that your day has been poggers. My day's been pretty poggers too. I went to work earlier this morning, and you know, I got there, boss was there, our other employee was there, so it was all 3 of us for once. And we got a lot done. A lot of people came in, made a lot of sales, you know, and then we made a lot of progress with everything. It was a really good, productive day, and I'm very happy about that. And I got my paycheck for my commission sales. Not art commission, but I make a % sale commission at work, and I got my check for the past month, and 'twas nice. Honestly, yeah, work is pretty cringe. Alrighty, so before we continue, I am going to double check on Twitter, make sure that no one else got any last minute ones in. I mean, I don't mind if they did it a few minutes after it was closed. No, nothing else. Okay. Fair enough. Yo, Magic is pretty lit. I should probably watch that anime. I've seen a lot of, like, talk about it and a lot of, like, reviews and whatnot. And so far it sounds pretty cool. Like a funny RPG anime. You want to be a slime? You want to be a cucumber train slime? That one time I was reincarnated as a cucumber. Morty, flip me over! I turned myself into a pickle, Morty! Speedrun. Hold on, how do you speedrun an anime? Do you mean binging? Look, Mom, I'm Pickle Danny! Let's go! I'm kind of curious. Okay, so there's a total of 281 entries. I wonder what % Sonic has, because they did a lot. Let's see, we're gonna open a new window. What percent is 78 of, what did I say, 281? What was it? Yeah, 281. Yeah. 27.76%. Nice. That's pretty crazy. They have a 1/4 chance of winning this because of their donation, which was pretty awesome. Right before the stream, I went ahead and bought the software, so I have it up and running. Yeah, it is a lot. Well, they remember I had the donation thing. So But I mean, that's also, you got to think of it the other way. They have like a 75% chance of losing too. Okay, well look, I wasn't expecting anyone to donate more than $10. And they just said, hey, here's the program. Whoa. Oh, my Google just talked to me. That was weird. Hey, Google. Say hello. Yeah. No, Google, shut up. I didn't want to. Okay, thank you. You're very helpful. To be fair, they weren't just donating for the win. They were for the most part donating so I could get the program. I talk to them in DMs all the time. They're chill with me. They're super awesome. I think I've done like 6 commissions for them so far. I think they're probably my top client of all time. No, not a simp. Although they'd probably own that. Let's see. Alright, well it's 10:17. It's about 17 minutes after we started, so we're gonna go ahead and just go for it. Alright, we're gonna copy that. I'm gonna paste it here. We're gonna get rid of the extra spaces. I don't know why it does that. Then we gotta get rid of that first quotation mark. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There's King Cupcake. And then Danny's in here right around the bottom. Hell yeah. Oh, you know what I forgot? Well, wait, no. Never mind. So here we go. I feel like I should pull up a YouTube, like, drum roll sound effect for this. We're just gonna, you know, we'll pretend there's a drum roll. Okay, I gotta make sure I got everything in there. Yeah, all right. Here we go. Cupcake, you're in the server. You should have more. Let me fix that. All right. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that quotation mark. Double checking that you're in here. Yeah, there you go. Now you're in. Let's see. Yeah, I got your commission in here. So, alright. Okay, here we go. Drum roll time. I'll just beat on my tablet. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dang. Oh, man. They had a 75% chance loss. That's okay. You know what? I do art for them all the time, and I was planning on doing... I was gonna surprise them with some fan art, so I think I'm gonna pick a second winner. Just because I feel like being nice. So we got that, and obviously they're not gonna win a second time, so let's go. Ready? Drum roll for winner number 2. All right. Who was that? Pull up their Twitter real quick. Twitter/Succubus of Love. Alright, we got an NSFW account. Hell yeah. Big Mommy Milkers. I probably shouldn't be able to say that on Twitch. Nah, it's just pinup stuff. Sort of. If you are sensitive, don't go to their account. I'm just making sure that they're not just a raffle account. Which it seems like they're not. So yeah. Oh, they're okay, they're on Twitch. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna hit them up with a DM real quick. I'm gonna screenshot this. There we go. DM has been sent, and I'm also going to send a DM to Sonic. I'm going to hit them up, punch him in the face. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright, go ahead, make fun of my typing. Okay, fine, I won't punch you. I'll be nice. Alright, tweet has been sent. There we go. Congrats to the giveaway winner. This is 2 of them. Heck yeah. Alright. So, here we are with... Oh, still 2 viewers. That's fine. You guys are my real homies. My real stream homies. Might as well make one of you mod at some point, honestly. Okie dokie. Heck yeah. Honestly, I think the funniest part of this is gonna be in a few days, whenever all of the raffle accounts that just press retweet on every raffle they see, when they all start unfollowing me, and I drop down to like 4 followers total. That is gonna be something else, but it's okay. I went well beyond 300 because of this, so I'm happy. They fake homies, honestly. Fuck them. I don't need them. Okay. So moving on to the next thing. So the first thing was we were going to, annihilate the fake homies. Honestly, the first thing that we were going to do was, pick the winner. That has been done. Congrats. I would make a bunch of congratulation noises with the confetti, but I don't know how to do that. And then the next thing, I was hoping for there to be more people, but that's okay. I was going to do a mixture of art and a Q&A. The winners are not in stream, so I'm obviously not going to be doing the prizes in stream, but I'll work on something else. I have a couple of things sort of prepared. And if we don't have any cues to ask, definitely feel free to just send me random stuff in the chat. Minecraft, you want a Minecraft stream? I can do Minecraft. Give me prize, he says. Okay. Skyrim's pretty pog. What's your question, Danny? What made you decide to do art for like a hobby or whatever? I really like that question. I really do. It wasn't really one specific thing. Like, it wasn't like, I see a lot of people saying like, oh, well, I really like anime, or I just really like comics, or, things like that. Or maybe a friend got them into it. It wasn't really like any sort of media or any people that really got me into art. It was more of a, how do I word this? It was sort of like, kind of, and this is going to be sort of a bittersweet story. It's not really like a, oh my goodness, I just picked up a pen when I was 2 and now I'm like amazing. No, it was sort of an escape when I was younger. I've been through a lot of not so great things, and I didn't have a phone or a computer or internet. The closest thing I had to anything, like communication wise, was a DS, and I could sort of kind of email people on it. It was interesting, a wonderful time of my life. Dyer could tell you all about it. He knew me at the time. It was long ago. But so I was restricted to only one medium, which was paper. That was the only way that I could communicate and express myself. Yeah, it's kind of like writing. I did a lot of writing, and I still do a lot of writing. Creativity is kind of like my way of communicating aside from, words and whatnot. I mean, obviously I can text people all I want now. I got Discord, I have Twitter, I have, a phone, and I can call and text people. But when I was younger, art and writing was kind of the only thing that I had, because no one in my direct family would ever listen to me. So I kind of felt like the paper was listening to me. And that's kind of what got me started. And I mean, I did like anime a lot. That contributed to my style a good bit. It did translate into my style, but it wasn't really just about the things that I liked. It was just having, even if it was an object listening to me, I had something to put my feelings into, and that just kind of has been my thing ever since then. That was like 7 years ago that I really got into it. And I mean, I've lost a lot of old art at this point, but I mean, I've been growing and improving, and I'm so deep into, there's no way that I could ever stop drawing. I've known a lot of like adults in my life that were like, "Oh yeah, I was an artist in high school and I was so good." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean? You're working at a McDonald's right now. How did you just let that go, you know?" That's the weirdest thing to me. How are you like so into, like, passionate about something, and you just kind of like let it go when you grow up? What happens when people grow up? You know? It's whatever. I'm getting on a tangent, but yeah, that's how I got into art, was expression. Let's see. Cucumber Train. I used to do RP back in the day, and I was like, fuck this, I can just make my own story and characters. Yeah, that's kind of me with my D&D campaign or all of my campaigns that I've been writing. Just like, man, screw this RP shit. I'm making my own shit. I don't think violence is always the answer, but it can be in a lot of situations. Although, I legally do not condone it at all, or else I'll get banned from Twitch. Sometimes life hits you so hard that you lose your passion for things. Yeah, kinda. I can't really argue with that, but at the same time, is it really a passion if you don't like it anymore, you know? For legal reasons, it was a joke. Yes, exactly. And this is a weirdly upbeat jam for what we were just talking about. I'm liking it. Can't see me, but I'm bopping. Yeah. Alright, no more bopping. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna switch scenes to Clip Studio. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. HE double hockey sticks. Alrighty. I'm actually gonna see if I can... There we go. Heck yeah, banana. Let's see. Do I want to work on this? Spinning bread! Yeah, you know, funny thing, I forgot to put that in the other scene. I meant to, but I didn't. But I do like the spinning bread. It is funny. It's good bread. Viewer check. Okay, still same number. I doubt we're gonna get any more people, but this is fine. I'm vibing. I'm having fun. I'm jamming. Anyway, yeah, so I can work on this probably. I could maybe... Ooh, I could probably work on another sketch that I haven't touched in a while. Yes, hit me with your question. Literally punch me in the face with it. I love answering questions. I have a whole entire tweet full of questions if you want to pick one from that. Sheesh. I'll be honest, it still looks really good without the lines. Alright, here we go. Question. Will your trademark, will it always be bread, or will it change to something else if you get a bigger fan base? That is another good question. Honestly, I really like the bread thing. I'm sure you've probably heard the backstory on why my username is breadstick. You know, some friends were making the double CC joke with a bunch of words like, you know, thick, and then, whoa, what was that? That was weird. Anyway, so yeah, so, you know, yeah, the bread lore. So yeah, so some friends in a Discord server were making a bunch of like thick jokes, you know, like adding the ICC to a bunch of words, like, you know, fantastic but stick, and I was signing up for this site that they were playing on, you know, just because I wanted to join in, and it was Flight Rising, which is like a little dragon colorful site. I don't know how to explain it other than like Neopets. But yeah, so I was like, guys, stop the bits. I need a username. And I guess some random person was like posting bread in the chat, and they knew I liked Olive Garden, and they pretty much were like, Lamau breadstick, and I was like, I love it, and I just put it on there, and it just kind of stuck. And yeah, my username before this was Doodledits, and it was a funny username. I mean, it kind of fit, you know. I did art, I did doodles, and you know, it was a thing. And, you know, the dits part was just basically like, ooh, look at me, I'm basically stupid, ooh, I'm funny, please like me. But I don't know, it didn't, doodle bread, yeah. I don't know, it just, something about it just wasn't working, so I kind of gave up on that. And, you know, breadstick was there. Doodle Bob, yeah. Freaking Doodle Bob version of bread. Doodle bread. That kind of sounds like a cookie. Like monkey bread or snickerdoodle. That's what I need to do. I need to make a new cookie recipe that's snickerdoodle and monkey bread and put it together and then make it my own thing. For like absolutely no reason. Yeah, go ahead, tell me. Well, I think you did tell me part of it, not the epic style part, but I know the well, actually, I want to know the lore behind Cucumber Train. That one's got to be interesting. Alright, so the lore for Cucumber Train was I was trying to come up with the most stupid sounding username that no one would think of. I was eating cucumbers, and a train was passing by, and I was like, hmm. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, another fun fact, my art name was actually about to be Danger Noodle, which was kind of where I was trying to come up with something before I came up with Doodle Dits. I guess I just really liked snakes at the time, and I thought Danger Noodle was like really cute alternate name for a snake, and also I wanted something kind of edgy, so I was about to go with that, but then I guess someone was like, noodle? You mean doodle? Like art? Also, I guess dits? And I was like, dude. Sheesh. It was a time. That was like back in my DeviantArt days. The danger zone.
Put the music back on.
Yeah, she's a little sad. People are bullying her. Forgot to draw her mouth. A little important, don't you think? Oh, oh crap. Okay. There we go. Hmm. Hey, B. Did she drop her sandwich? No. No, that's not why she's upset. Of course, I can't really give details on why she's upset, because then that would be spoilers for my D&D campaign. This stream is sponsored by King's Requiem, the hit new game that's way more popular than Raid. I swear. Wonder if green lips looks better, or if it just looks like she's eating her hair. Might need to go darker. Or instead of darker on all of it, we could just make the top darker. Seems a little lopsided. There we go. Seems a bit better. Bread G Fuel? You know what? I'm down. She's crying because she can't get her monthly supply of bread G Fuel. I hate this. It's gonna taste like avocado toast. Have you ever had avocado toast? Because me neither. I imagine it's probably terrible. Aw, good night. You have a absolutely wonderful sleep, Cupcake. It's good having you here. So B, I know you just got here, but just would like to let you know we have already picked the winner. They just got announced on my Twitter, and it's pretty awesome. I went ahead and picked 2 winners because you know we reached a little milestone, so I figured, you know what, screw it, let's do it. We'll do extra today. Some small story. I love telling stories. What do you want to hear a story about? Yeah, pick maybe a work story or maybe, I don't know, a story from my childhood. I can tell you all kinds of stuff. Childhood. Okay. Baby bread! Let's go! So, when I was a wee small baby lad child thing, a little tiny crumbly of a toast, let's see. What kind of story do I want to tell today? I could tell. Oh, well, thank you, B. I know that you're new to my content, but honestly, I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for joining. This means a lot to me. You know what? I'll tell you a funny story about my sister. She goes by Fettuccine online, and me and her, just to give a little bit of backstory, or well, sorry, her and I gotta be correct here. This is Twitch, not Twitter. um, but yeah, she and I have a little bit of a history together. When we were really young, we used to fight. I'm talking like serious, like dedicated sibling rivalry type thing. It was not nice at all. It was pretty bad. We would be at each other's throats for the most insane things. And oh yeah, it was Dragon Ball Z level of fight, definitely. It wasn't pretty. Um, but yeah, so we would fight a lot, and there was one time that, and I still have the scar from this one. There was one time my dad was making brownies, which wasn't super rare, but you know, for little kids, that's like, oh my goodness, it's brownies! This is a prized possession of the gods. Only the most worthy will receive it. You know, that kind of thing for little kids. And it was just like $4 pack of brownies from Walmart that Dad had put in the oven and called it a day. You know? But so yeah, so we had the brownies, and so yeah, right. So he makes the brownies, and you know, everybody gets like 2 or whatever. There's enough for everybody to have 2. However, there's 2 extras left over, and we had asked Dad if we could have the leftovers. You know, just me and her grab the last 2. And he was like, "Yeah, sure. I don't want any more. You kids can have the rest." So I was like, "Okay, poggers." So I go and I reach for a brownie, right? Just totally normal. There's 2 brownies. I go to grab one. Well, she was not having that. Apparently, the one that I had grabbed, I thought they were the same exact size, but no, apparently the one that I had grabbed was like a millimeter wider than the other one, and she was so mad. She was livid. She smacks the brownie out of my hand, and in the process scratches my arm. Like, I'm talking, she draws blood, right? And you know, she scratches me. The brownie hits the floor, and I'm like, oh my god! I'm definitely being a drama queen about it, because you know, this is like perfect opportunity for me to get her in trouble, because she just injured me, and I have proof. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, so she does this, and I'm being a little drama queen for a second, and what she does next is just I still am mad at her to this day. She grabs the other brownie and walks away, leaving me to eat the floor brownie with my injured arm. Like, you can't get any more petty than that. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna knock it out of your hand and then just grab the other one anyway. Like, holy crap, you know? And that's a story that gets told a lot because I do still have a mark on my arm. This is from when I was 12. This is like 9 years later, and I still have something on my arm. Granted, it's really faded now, but I mean, you know, yeah, she was genuinely a terrible person when we were kids, but so was I. Uh, my my aunt likes to make jokes about us a lot because whenever we would get in our fights, we would get super whiny, and we would see our aunt a lot over the summer. We would go out of state to go see her and the rest of our family. And whenever we would fight at her house, uh, she'll whine my name. She's like Mary, and I'll sit there and go, she hit me, and it was the most fun I'd ever had ever, and my aunt will make fun of us to this day for all the whining that we did. It's fantastic. But disclaimer, I do love my sister. We get along great now. Like this, all the stories that I tell about her being terrible are all like from when we were little, But she's like 18 now, and she's got a job. She's going to college, and a lot more, or sorry, she's a lot less of a demon spawn now. And I'm a little more chilled out and just being bred, It's my thing. Hi, I'm bread. And now a word from our sponsor, bread. Feel free to ask for stories anytime. I'm really bad at starting conversation, but once I get going, I do love to talk. So, I mean, if you just pick any subject, like, what's your favorite color, and I could probably give you a whole entire, like, lore drop about why I have a favorite color, Oh, well, why don't you get to hang out with them more? Fair. Yeah, if there's nothing going on, I do tend to just kind of stand there and look at people. I'm like, hey, how's the weather? Oh, I see. They're all grown, moving on and being cool in life. You know, I think I might actually, yeah, I just had an idea. I'm gonna go on my, Twitter, because I have a bunch of Q&As on one of my tweets, and could probably pick a couple from there that are interesting. Because most of the answers that I gave on Twitter are all super, like, quick, because, you know, character limits. But, let's see. Looking for the tweet. Looking for the tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. Here we go. I'll just put a link to it in the chat. They look like they have played Lofi Girl. Oh, well, don't beat yourself up over that. That's one thing you should never do. Just because it looks like other people have everything figured out, they don't. No one has everything figured out. Ever. Everyone's still trying to figure out exactly what they're supposed to be doing and what else they can do. I mean, once if you've ever reached a point in life where everything is just, you know, just nothing but a boring routine every day, and you've got nothing going on and like nothing to have to figure out, you're not living. You're just moving around and being alive, and that's like the worst kind of life. So as long as you have no clue what you're doing, embrace it, because you're doing fantastic. That is words from Bread the Wise. You can take it or leave it. What are you supposed to be doing? I'll tell you exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Absolutely nothing. You do what you want to do. You don't have to do anything. Don't let anybody tell you, "Oh, well, you have to do this, or you're supposed to get a this and do a that." And no. Nobody should be controlling your life. You do you. That's all you should do. You're supposed to go to college. I didn't go to college. And, I mean, as much as I want to, I'll be honest, I probably never will. Now, obviously, that doesn't work for everybody, but I mean, look at Mark Zuckerberg. Look at, like, half of the successful guys in Tech Valley, or not Tech Valley, Silicon Valley. You know, it's not for everyone. You know, college is just... And I mean, if you can afford it, absolutely do it. I mean, the degree is super duper helpful in trying to, you know, get a career started super quick. But I mean, honestly, college is only going to teach you what you want to learn. You know, college isn't... I mean, college... Here's how you should really look at college. College is just paying for a piece of paper that says you can have a cooler job. And a lot of the time, the cooler jobs don't even require that. I mean, look at what I'm doing. I found and I mean, I'm 21, but I mean, it took forever for me to find this. I found a job that I am comfortable with working every day. I can go in and I'm not miserable. And I get paid like $10 an hour plus 1% commission, and then he gives me an extra $20 a week for gas. And I mean, that's pretty awesome. And then I have my art and stuff that I do the other half of my time. And I mean, the money I make from that isn't insane, or anything, like Sakimi-chan or whatever. You know, I'm not like some super popular artist, but what I do make, it does help with like food and whatnot while I'm just kind of getting through. You know, you just kind of have to, I guess, figure out what works. I mean, I'm in a comfortable place. I'm not struggling with money anymore like I was before. And you know, it just gotta make things work, and it will not always work. I have, yeah, you have no idea how many houses and schools and just places I've been, the kind of things that I've like gone through just because things just never ever worked. This, for the first time in my life, I'm finally in a place that kind of works. And that only happened because I got kind of lucky, honestly. But I mean, you know, college is whack. That's what I'm trying to say. it just doesn't work. Thank you, Todd Howard. Hadward? Howard. I know how to say words. And that's it. Look, it's okay to be scared. Life is scary. It is. It's terrifying, and it kind of sucks most of the time. But I mean, as long as you can find something that makes it easier, go for it. Do whatever you want. I mean, I found art is my thing. You know, it's not only an escape. It's also kind of like it it helps. I'm not really sure what words to use to describe it, but there's uh, I explained this really well to a friend of mine at some point. I can probably find the DM, but it applies pretty good to this. Here we go. Okay, it was something that a friend of mine had said to me. We were just kind of talking about just like, I guess, drama in general, but this is what he said. He said, "That's a reason why I hold on to drawing so tightly. It gives me something to do, to have purpose, and not feed into thoughts that I know are going to lead me down a bad way. I know at the end of the day, if I can make something with my own two hands and feel good about that without obsessing about what other people say it should be or shouldn't be, then I call that a win. Hopefully, if it's not a drawing, you have something to hold on to that nobody else can control." And my response was, you know, I never really thought about that. And now that I have, I think I definitely do have something. And that was probably like one of the biggest like wow moments or aha moments in all of my art. Just like, holy crap. Art isn't just an escape. It's sort of like it's like a not real, I don't want to say control factor, but it's something that you know that I can change with my own hands. I can, I mean, I guess it is a control thing. I mean, I can put whatever I want on this paper, and nobody can control that. Nobody can tell me, hey, you can't draw the line that direction, or wow, no, you can't do that. You have to put this on the paper. No one can tell me that. That is the biggest reason why art is so freaking cool to me. Cause I mean, it's I guess it's like a make-believe thing, you know. And it does hold true for a lot of things. It's kind of like college, you know. If you want college on your canvas, then so be it. You draw a darn college. If you don't, then don't. Yeah, if you want big titty goth GF on your canvas, you by all gosh darn means you draw that. You don't, no one can tell you that you have to draw big titty goth GF. No one can tell you that you can't draw big titty goth GF. If you want it, you got it. Treat life like a canvas. Always treat life like your canvas. You do whatever you want on that canvas. Nobody can control you. Except for you. You're welcome. I am always happy to help. If you ever need another pep talk, just hit me up. I got you. Yeah, you can pet it, of course. Just don't go crying on it. I think it's had enough therapy sessions for the day. You know what? That's what I'll tell everyone. I'll tell everyone that she's crying because she got a free therapy session from the deer. And it just really hit. This deer spitting facts. Yes, sir. think this overlay layer is probably my favorite setting in all art programs ever. This is literally just white that I'm drawing on her hair, but the overlay setting makes it look like it's like a lighting thing. And it's like, frick yeah. This looks awesome. Some small backstory on this art. Well, actually, this is probably one of the first characters I ever designed. Actually, she is the third, like, fully fleshed out character that I've made. My first one was Zarina. No, sorry. My first one was Fantasia, and then after that was Zarina. Zarina's the red hair one that you guys see, and her and Zarina, this girl and Zarina, they're part of the same world. They're part of King's Requiem, which is that campaign that I'm writing. And I'm trying not to give too many spoilers, but let's see. What can I say without giving spoilers? They both been through some shit. I probably should not curse on Twitch now I think about it. They both been through some tragic things. Like, I'm talking just awful things, and none of it was their fault. You know, the way that this character is introduced to you in the beginning of the campaign, this is actually the first NPC that you meet. She's gonna introduce herself as Nimue, and actually, you know what? Let me read out the intro piece to the campaign, because that'll help with just seeing what's going on here. And don't take this as an ad, by the way. So here's how it starts out. As you awake, you begin to feel something strange, as if you're experiencing some sort of illusion. You witness the tale of a being who dedicated their life to doing something great. Countless years and challenges were poured into this journey. It's admirable, to say the least. You feel some sort of connection with this strange creature. Then, as their story comes to the final moments, there they stand ready to overcome that final challenge and finally complete their lifelong goal. You've watched their struggles, felt their pain, their sacrifices, and now that glory stands before them, ready for the taking. Alas, as they take that final stride, something goes awry. An ironic tragedy befalls this creature, and just before their destiny is met, they meet a terrible demise instead. As they fall to their death, a chill passes through your body. You realize that this is not an illusion. It is your own tragic tale, and here you are waking up moments later. This is where your story begins again. Welcome to King's Requiem. So that is what you're hit with at the very beginning of the campaign. Your character was, they dedicated their life to doing something amazing, and then right at the very end of their story, right before they finished their goal, they died. Rip in peace. But she actually summons your characters right just at the very instant of their death, she summons you guys as spirits and says, you know, I just watched all of that, and I'll be honest, that's not fair. I don't think that's fair at all. You deserve, for all of your effort, you deserve to be able to finish that goal, and I may be able to help you. If you can help me on my quest, then I can send you back to your world with enough power to destroy the thing that annihilated you. And she pretty much, without giving too many crazy details, she in a gist, she asks you to help her save someone. And she doesn't give, too many details, but the person that you're supposed to save, she gives you their name and a little bit of info. And his soul kind of, it just, you know what, I'll just leave it up to whoever plays the campaign. But I mean, it's really interesting the way it works out, because I mean, if you can manage to save this guy, like his mortal soul, then you can be sent back with whatever you want, and it'll be canon. She'll give you like a weapon or a power or something to help you just completely destroy whatever stopped your character from doing what they wanted to do before. So, I mean, it is pretty rad. You are correct. Super rad. But at the same time, if you fail, then she takes the fall. If you fail the mission, you'll be able to just live on this world, live your life out. You don't have to go back to your world. You can just do whatever you want in the world she summons you to. But what happens to her, it will be painful to describe if that has to come up. I can't even, I already have that planned out as a possibility should the party fail. And it's I'm not excited about that part. But I have faith in my party. I have faith that they will be able to finish the campaign. Fingers crossed. You want to stand? You can have a stand if you can save this guy. You get whatever stand you want. You could have all the stands combined, if that's what it is you desire. Yeah, please protect waifu. When's the campaign happening? As soon as I can finish writing it and coordinate one day of the week that the whole party will be available most of the time. The whole planning thing, that's the hardest part. I already have 2 players that are 100% dedicated to playing. I mean, obviously one is Diark. If Cupcake was still in the chat, he could tell you he's super excited about this. He's already got a character that he's picked out. But you know, once I have about, it doesn't have to be exactly 4, but once I have about 4 players, I want at least 3. Once I have that and I finish planning out the details of the story and get scheduling worked out, then we can just start playing. I mean, it's pretty much almost ready. I've been working on this one for a long time. How many I got? How many players? I mean, I currently have I have 2 players. Yeah. Yeah, just Cupcake and Diark are currently like, like hard definitely playing. I have a couple people that are sort of interested, but I'm not going to add them in completely until, I know like, they're really into it. I will note, if you are planning on joining, I mean, this is probably obvious, but it is a very serious. Oh, see, I just got your message. That's so funny. Yes, but I will say that the campaign it has very serious tones. Like, it's not like a funny like hee hee I'm gonna go poop in this old lady's mouth kind of weird, just do whatever you want. Obviously you can do whatever you want and there will be funny bits, but for the most part it's gonna be like almost Dark Soulsy vibes, without the lack of color. um yeah. Bet okay. Do you think he's gonna be like a bard? Bet. Poor Nightbot, he just gets bullied. Local Nightbot gets bullied. I'm sure they would be absolutely like ecstatic for you to join, honestly. I know look, Diark, I tell him about you like all the time. And I'm sure you guys have been in VC together, and Cupcake, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't want you to be in. Yeah, I talk about all my stream homies. Heck yeah. You should, because you are special. And we love you, Danny. I don't know what made you think that. I wonder if B is still here. Oh, 5 viewers. Oh, wow. All kinds of quiet people. Hello, everyone. One of these days I'm going to look back at this stream and say, man, you were excited about 5 viewers? And you know what I tell future self? I say, heck yeah, those 5 people give a crap about my art, and I love every single one of them. You can, future me can be excited about 2 million followers, or, ugh, I can't even say that without cringing. Future me can be excited about more than 50 followers, all she wants. I am content. I love all of you guys. So I guess now would be a good time for me to probably pick one of those Q&A questions off the tweet. Let's see. Let's pick one. Should I roll a D30 and pick a random one? Or Heck yeah. Hey Google, roll a D30. What? You telling me you don't have a D30 in there? That's lame. Hey Google, pick a number from 1 to 30. 10. All right, we're answering question number 10. Are you confident about your art? Man, hit me with a hard question immediately. All right, what did I say in my tweet? Confidence. Okay, so my response on Twitter was, in my early years, I had absolutely no self-worth, and that was very clearly reflected in my art. But once I got to a better place, things began to change. I started to gain more self-worth, I studied art vigorously, and now my confidence in my art is a high 85%. Obviously, yes, this is accurate. When I was younger, you know, I mean, as with any starting artist, my art was subpar, to be generous about it. It was the worst. It was pretty darn bad. But I mean, that is accurate for any just starting artist. You know, that's nothing new. And I mean, needless to say, my confidence was absolute zero because it wasn't that great, and I knew it. I knew it was bad. It wasn't really like a, oh my gosh, my art's so bad, please give me attention. It wasn't anything like that. It was just straight up like, man, I suck butt. But you know, once, what is this a song that I'm thinking of? Or is it just similar? Okay. Funny, the name of this is Needed Therapy. Dang. Well, anyway, but yeah, so you know, when I was younger, I knew my stuff sucked, and I reacted accordingly, you know. But as I'm very much the kind of person that will go out of her way to Google a question if I have it. You know, if I'm like, huh, is it possible to generate artificial gravity? I'm not talking anti-gravity. Can we make artificial gravity? Can we literally create a thing so big? I went on a whole adventure with that question specifically. But yeah, if I have a question, even if it's just what's 2 plus 17, I'll Google it. I'm heavily reliant on Google, but the same applies for my art. If I'm lost on, like, hey, how do I draw these frills, for example, or how do I, you know, how do I do this expression properly? How do I do this? What does leather look like so I can put that on some clothing, you know? Stuff like that. I will go straight to Google and I'll ask, and I'll look at references, I'll look at how other people do their stuff. I will go absolutely nuts, and I'll sit there and teach myself all sorts of, like, tricks and different, like, little things, you know. And I'm not just following guides just because there's guides. I'm following guides that are showing me how to do things how I like them. Remember how we talked about a canvas, you know, talked about how life is a canvas. You know, I picked things that I wanted on my canvas, and I figured out how to do it my way. I wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it. So, you know, I did my research, pieced and picked things and put it all together the way that I like, and with that, my confidence grew tremendously. The more I put things that I like on the canvas. And now there have been plenty of times where I drew things that I thought I was supposed to draw or felt like I had to. The whole, someone tell me to go to college, I'm thinking, oh, well, I guess I gotta go to college. I guess I have to put college on my canvas. It didn't feel fun at all. I wasn't enjoying those drawings. It just kind of felt like a chore. That's not living. That's not living at all. But I mean, once I learned to just treat the canvas like I should be treating myself, that's when my confidence grew immensely. You have to love what you're doing if you want to feel confident in it. And I mean, sure, there's plenty of things that I mess up in art still. I mean, there's not really a right or wrong way to do art, but I mean, there's plenty of things that I do that I don't really, that I wasn't trying to do, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted, but I was still drawing something that I wanted, and that's where my confidence comes from in art, not just skill or whatever. It comes from liking what I'm drawing. That saying where it's like, uh, if you like your job, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, I mean, it's pretty darn true. It applies to art. But yeah. Let's see. Cucumber Train says, "Hey, do my taxes." Funny. I hate that feeling of when you show something you made to a friend or whatever, and they say, "Yeah, that looks nice," and you can't tell if they're being genuine or not. Yeah, that. Honestly, fake homies are bad. Cancel the fake homies. Sometimes it can be hard if someone's being, to tell if someone's being genuine or not when they're, I guess, sort of complimenting your art. Especially when you expect something like "oh my god, that's amazing, let's freaking go." You can't really expect that out of everyone. A lot of people, like, the most excitement you'll get out of them for, like, anything will be like whoa, okay. Some people are just different with their compliments, and then there's sometimes where, sometimes they're not really interested in art at all, and they'll see your art and they're like, "Oh, that looks cool," just to be nice, but they don't really understand what, like, half the stuff they're looking at. They think it's just, "Oh, okay, they drew a thing. Neat, I suppose." So I mean, you can't really. It is a struggle, yes, but I mean, I guess it's not so terrible. I mean, at least they're not going ew. I mean, that would be the worst. Is if you show someone. My dad. Yo, bro, this looks, as the kids would say, quite poggers. Yeah, my dad, when I was growing up, he was not supportive of my art at all. He was the kind of person to go, "Why would you draw that?" or what am I looking at?" or what's going on? "Why are you showing me this?" Just things like that. He didn't, and it wasn't just like he doesn't think art is a job or whatever. He just thought it was pointless in general. I mean, he now that he knows I'm making a career out of it, now he kind of cares, which is really funny. But he was never supportive of the art, and that was one of the hardest things to hear growing up. Is just like, what are you doing? Is this the animes? What's going on here? Why aren't you doing your schoolwork? "Oh, because I'm depressed, Dad. Please look at my hard work." "Oh, that's okay, whatever." It's like, "Okay, Dad, thanks." It is what it is. But now I don't need his compliments. I have my own confidence in art, because if I want big titty goth GF going to college on my canvas, I'm gonna put it there. That's the lesson we're taking today. So, let's see. Let's pick another question. Hey Google, pick a number 1 through 30. 21. 21. Do you like to challenge yourself? Definitely. Yeah, I love to be challenged, especially in art. That's one of the main reasons why why I improve so quickly with art is, I mean, like, look, I've never drawn a forest like this. Never. But I wanted a forest on my canvas, and I said, gosh darn it, by all means, I'm gonna put a forest on this freaking canvas. So I figured out, what do trees look like? What the heck am I gonna do with these leaves? What, how do forests kind of look like in photos? And then next thing I know, I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh in a freaking forest because Cucumber Train just freaking challenged me. You know what? I take your challenge and I'm going to destroy you. I don't even know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm just gonna rip up your cards and call you a loser. I'm kidding. You're not a loser. You're a winner. We're all winners in this chat. Is that right? Isn't that right, chat? Are we winners? If you're a winners, say poggers. What? I'm not a cheater. If you can't use a card that's ripped, so if I just rip up all your cards, duh. Disclaimer, for legal reasons, I must clarify that this is a joke. I play Pokemon. I would cry if you ripped my cards. I'd probably pretend to beat you to death because I'm not that strong. I wouldn't actually be able to beat you to death. But I would yell at you a lot if you ripped up my cards. Let's see. I really need to figure out what to do with this grass because it's so lacking in detail. It's just kind of green. Oh, I got plenty of rare Pokemon cards. Are you kidding me? Got a bunch of the rainbow, like, holo rares and stuff like that. Let's see. I'll send you pics in chat later. Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 30. 15. All right. How long does an average piece take you to complete? Okay. Let's see. What did I say? Okay. Wait, was that number 15? No. Average time. That depends on the piece. A polished sketch may take between 30 minutes to 2 hours. A fully rendered piece with many characters can take between 10 to 16 hours. I guess a regular rendered drawing takes about 6 to 8 hours as a rough estimate. Now this is actually funny because I had answered this question around the time that I was still using Krita. With the new program, Clip Studio, it's a lot faster now. Like excuse me. So a polished sketch with Krita would take like 30 minutes to like 2 hours. In Clip Studio, probably take me like an hour max for a polished sketch. And then let's see, a fully rendered piece with many characters can take 10 to 16 hours. That's probably still accurate. It really depends on the how many characters are going on. But if we're just looking at like just a regular rendered drawing with like one character and like a simple enough background, I'd say in Clip Studio now it'll probably take like 4 to 6 hours, whereas before it would take upwards of 8. So I mean it's not like cutting all my time in half, but Clip Studio does help out a lot. I mean, granted, this one piece that I'm working on now is taking me a while, but that's just because it's a personal piece that I'm putting like way too much detail into. And I'm talking a lot, so that takes away from it. Do you want a card pack opening stream? I'll buy some packs and we can open them. Hey Google, pick another number between 1 and 30. 9. Alright. Number 9. How much time do you spend drawing on an average day? Oh, I liked this one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So on Twitter I said, that's a tough one to answer. I'll spend anywhere between 0 to... I guess I meant to say hours. I'll spend anywhere between 0 to 12 hours drawing every day. There usually is no middle ground, though. I'm usually either not drawing that day or drawing all day. But I don't think that's an issue. I think some days I just feel more inspired. So let me elaborate on this one. So with my drawing, sometimes I'll doodle a little bit at work. Sometimes if I have the day all to myself, like if I have a whole entire day to myself, I'll either be drawing the whole day, or I probably won't do much at all. And that kind of depends on what other things I'm doing, because I have my campaign that I'm working on the side of a lot of things, and I also do have work, which is pretty darn cringe, but you know how it is. So it's not really like I have a set schedule for my drawing. Stream at my job? Actually, funny thing, my boss actually was talking about job streaming. So our store, we sell Funko Pops. Those the little beady eye bobblehead looking things. And so it's like collectibles and stuff. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm yawning like crazy. But yeah, so we sell Funko Pops and stuff, and we, as most collectibles are, like with Pokemon cards, some of these Pops are insanely expensive. I mean, we don't have this one, but there is one out there that's worth like $3,000. They get pretty crazy with like the rarity of these things, especially ones that are made after like dead actors, But yeah, so he was talking about maybe having me do like auction streams where we'll pick some of our really expensive ones that, they're not gonna sell in a small town in Louisiana. No one's walking around with $300 in their pocket to just drop on a little vinyl figure. No, sometimes we do get a couple. Sometimes there are some people that drop that much money on a little toy. But most of the time, nobody's just walking around the mall with that much money to spend. So what he was thinking of doing is running like auctions where we'd pick some of our more expensive stuff, and we'll run streams online, and in the process we'll auction it. We'll probably have to use some kind of software to count like who's offering, who's bidding, who's doing this and that and that and this, all of that. But once we get all that up and running, he was wanting me to be the guy that's like, sold to the dude in the back with the hair, the thing, the face, the guy. He wants me to be that guy, and it sounds really fun, but also kind of terrifying. Stop spamming Kappa in chat. I'm trying to auction these things, please, sir. Thank you. Let's move on. Yeah, that's probably gonna wind up being me. I'm gonna sound so dead. I'm just gonna be like, what? You guys are grown adults, I hope. Please just shut the fuck up and buy our merch. Yeah. But aside from it being terrifying, it does sound pretty fun. I am pretty excited for it. Oh, have you been to an auction? What were they selling? Just a bunch of random things? Old stuff like chairs and tables. Okay, so it was like an antique auction. That's pretty cool, though. I've never actually been to an auction myself. That would probably help with trying to run an auction. Yeah, they do talk pretty fast. I've seen some videos of some of them, and they're kind of terrifying. As they're like, "Hey," and somehow that's like you're supposed to understand what the hell he's saying. Like, dude, just speak English. Slow down. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know where I am. Please help. Call somebody, maybe. I mean, it's pretty impressive because I mean, like, imagine just I can't imagine speaking like that. Drake versus auction sellers. Who's Drake? I guess I don't watch enough rappers. See, this right here, what I'm doing, is one of those examples of me just constantly, like, learning with art, because I've never done trees like this, but, I mean, I had the trees, you know, with the bark done, and I put the shading on them, kind of, but then I was like, well, you know, if you look at a tree, the lighting isn't going to just be a straight line. It's going to kind of reflect off of a lot of the bumps and stuff, so I just kind of started adding a little bit of reflection on you know, the bark texture, and like all of a sudden, like, just that one little piece looks way more realistic. That's freaking awesome. Like, just a little, just a few lines, like, the difference is crazy. Hey Google, pick a number 1 through 30.
Here's a random number.
11. That's a lame question. Hey Google, pick a number 1 through 30.
Here's a random number. 23.
23. I don't think I answered this one yet. Do you draw more fan art or more original art? I think that one should be pretty clear for people that have followed me for a while, but for those that haven't, most of my stuff is extremely original. I do a little bit of fan art here and there. I mean, I'm not counting commissions or anything, but yeah, most of my stuff is really original. Because I mean, again, with the whole canvas thing, you know, I'm gonna put on the canvas what I want to be there. My canvas, my rules. And a lot of the time, the stuff that I want on there is stuff that I already came up with, and not I don't really do a whole lot of the fan art stuff. Which, I mean, I'm not downplaying fan art. Fan art is fine. I've done some. I mean, I did the Genshin Impact fan art, and that was really fun. But whenever I have done fan art, I find myself kind of getting a little sidetracked in a way, because I'll sit there and I'll try to mimic the style too, which I'm not consciously thinking about that. I'm just like, wow, look at this character. I really like it. I'm gonna mimic it like completely and totally, because it's not an original thing, so I'm not really putting my own original piece. I kind of have to like super focus on adding my original, or well, my unique touch to it. I did the Genshin Impact fan art, and how do I say it? Like all the anatomy and stuff, like it wound up looking like the exact same as like the character models. And I've seen plenty of Genshin Impact fan art. Like, there's so many styles and so many different like ways that people have drawn these characters, and a lot of it is super impressive, but mine just kind of turned into like a weird, like, my style clashing with the Genshin Impact style. And I don't know, I didn't, I mean, it turned out nice. The drawing wasn't bad. I didn't like it that much. I mean, I didn't really feel super proud of it. Probably, I mean, actually, no, not even probably. It was definitely because it wasn't really my stuff. It was just drawing somebody else's creation. And, I mean, granted, yes, the drawing did look good, and I was proud of how it came out to a degree. But in terms of content, there's not really any, I don't feel any connection to that piece. I'm not super confident about it because it again, it's somebody else's creativity, somebody else's creation. And also, yes, I did kind of enter focus mode for a second there. And once again, I'm not used to streaming. This is the first official stream that I've done in a while. And I mean, granted, it has gone well so far. I definitely want to stream more. After this, not like giveaway streams, but just art streams in general, probably some gaming streams. I really want to get a regular schedule up, but then I also have to think, I'm trying to run a campaign too at some point, which I'll need a regular schedule for that. And I'll have to talk to my boss, which he should be fine with working around my schedule. He's been super chill about it before. But, asking for a guaranteed 2 days off the same day every week is a little bit much to ask, I suppose. I mean, I guess it's not, but you know what I mean. I don't want to just bombard him with, hey, make sure I get Tuesday and Saturday off, please, thanks, I mean, I do have a set, like, same schedule every week for the most part already. But, I just don't like asking people for things. I'm just weird like that. Mission failed, we'll get him next time. Yeah, pretty much. That, and I also, I asked for like a whole, like, 4 days off for like this past week because my family was in town, and they were all gonna be in New Orleans, so I was like, that's a lot of driving and a lot of time, but I have work and a job, and so I was like, hey boss man, would you mind giving me a slight vacation for a few days? And he was like, what? No. Okay, JK, you can go. And I was like, yes, poggers. So I don't want to go asking anything like that soon. That looks so awesome. I'm so glad I chose to detail those trees. It was a little tedious, but it looks so much better. I think the trees look perfect now. I don't think I could do anything to make them better. Heck yeah. Hey Google, pick a number 1 through 30. Did you say 22? Let's see, which one was that? Hey Google, pick a number 1 through 30. 4. Do you have a DeviantArt personal website or art blog? Yeah, sort of. So I have a DeviantArt, but it's been abandoned for at least a year, and it's kind of got nothing going on. I haven't uploaded in a while. Pretty much ever since Eclipse, I haven't done anything with it, so it's not worth looking at. I don't know, maybe I'll explore it later when I'm like a super duper millionaire with my art, and I'll look back and say, oh wow, that's kind of trash art, Lamau. How many people are watching? Still 3? Okay. But yeah, so I have a DeviantArt, obviously I have a Twitter, that's how you guys are here. I'm active on Discord. I've been really wanting to get on Artful, this new site that's kind of coming up, but I mean, it's kind of like weird, because I mean, it's a mobile only thing, and they're very slowly getting to PC, which would be super helpful. I would love for them to be on PC. That's where like all of my work is. I mean, that's actually one reason why I haven't used Instagram much at all, aside from the whole video sharing bullcrap lately, is because it's like a mobile only thing, and all of my stuff is on PC, so it's hard for me to, you know, post stuff on Instagram and be active, because it's just, I need it to be on PC. Absolutely need it. Oh, look, she can just be floating in space. Honestly, that doesn't look too bad. Hold on. I mean, the grass is nice and all, but... I don't know, Chief. What are we thinking? We just put space on the ground? Actually, no. I'm gonna get rid of the grass entirely, because okay, this is the lake. This character, when aside from her, you know, being all ethereal and summoning you at the beginning, where you find her later is actually on a lake. So that would be so much more fitting. Dude, screw grass. We don't need grass. SMH grass. I'll have to fix the shadows on the ground, but... Heck yeah. Okay. Biggest brain. So we're going to... I mean, I don't really have to delete this layer. I'll probably just draw over it with like a blue. Let's see. We want like a radial. Ooh. Yeah. Here we go. Ah, no. There we go. Then we can move that like that. Okay. And then we can do that. No, I need them to switch. And then we can set it to do that. I wonder if I have like a water brush. As Plankton would say, grass? Haha, what? Is this a reference I don't get? Okay. Okay, that might be good. Let's see. Okay, materials. We can look at download. Yes. Ah. And we're gonna hit the Control Shift T. back to this. Now we're gonna set that bad boy to freaking multiply. Oh yes, baby, alright. Big water hours. Okay, now we need to work on the lighting from the moon. And etc. I should probably get rid of that. Yeah, lighting from the moon and then waves as well. Actually, let's see. No, not that. Brightness? Ooh. No, maybe not brightness. Color? Ooh. Oh, that looks even better. Alright. Drink the lake water. Yeah. There we go. Did you send it to me on Yeah, Discord.
Give me the secret formula or I'll destroy the Krusty Krab!
Ah, you and what army, Bug?
What army? What army? Look around you, crabs!
You planted grass?
Grass?
Oh. Oh, I see. That wasn't grass. Oh no. That's terrifying. He brought his whole family. Ooh, interesting. Apparently there's a whole water surface brush. Cool. Download that too. Alrighty, back to this. Oh, we got that Legend of Zelda hip hop. Heck yeah. The deer? Yeah, well, it sort of kind of symbolizes something. It's how do I phrase this without spoilers? Um so it kind of like shoot, I really don't know how to describe what it's for. It symbolizes the duality of man and how animals look cute. Honestly, yeah, that's about it. Well, find me some royalty-free thing that is a little less upbeat. Or a little more upbeat. My bad. Let's see, this one's called Saucy. Ooh. Fair enough. It is pretty vibey. Yeah, sparkly. It's freaking go. What is your request? Put banana bread on the moon. Sure, anything for you. There you go. Banana bread on the moon. You're welcome. Trying to figure out how I can do like the waves and stuff, like from their feet touching the water, the little circular pattern. There we go. He just glues. This might not be bad, actually. Heck yeah. Okay, that's perfect, actually. Huh. I think maybe I put a little too much detail into the water. Maybe. Nah. It's perfect. Now what I need to do is get a little more texturing on her and the deer, and then we're pretty much good to go. Okay, you have a good night. Thank you for joining. I'm probably about to be done with the stream anyway. This is getting close to being finished. Thank you for being here. Love you, Danny. There we go. I'd say winner, winner, chicken dinner to that. Do I want to call it done? You know what? Yeah. We're gonna call it done. Alrighty. Well, let's see. Well, it looks like I'm the only viewer left, but oh well. I'll still finish it up. Thank you, everyone, for being here when you were, and thank you so much for joining the giveaway. I really enjoyed it. I'm I'm not super hyped about all the art raffle bots unfollowing me in a second, but honestly, I don't need them. It's fine. I reached 300, well past 300, and this has just been phenomenal. I mean, the art turned out great. I'm really excited to do these next two drawings for these two people. Whenever they get their DMs, of course, you know, no rush. But yeah. This has been awesome. Look, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. This means more to me than you could ever imagine. I know we had a lot of references to life being a canvas, and that'll be the lesson for today. But I mean, you know, the canvas being my life, being able to share that with you guys means more to me than anything. And just thank you so much. I can't wait to be here in the next stream. Alright, so that's enough from me. This is Breadstick, signing out. Love you guys. Good night.